Hey, what's up, folks? Slice 'em here with Slice 'em Gaming, and we're live. We're ready to rock, ready to roll. It's Wednesday. It's time for more of the Valiant Lost. What's going to happen? I don't know. Last time, we got our booties handed to us. Um, we shockingly made it out, barely. But here we are. We're all over it again. What's going to happen? Where are we going to go? Who knows? If you remember right, we blew up the church thingy, and the abbot guy was all like, "I hate you guys. You killed this little like thingamabob that I've made that I think I'm gonna trap Strahd in or with." And yeah, anyway, long story short, he got shot in the head. Kaboomy, big fight, ass whipping, and we left town licking our wounds. And I came close to dying twice, and so now, like I said last time, Rocky's in this new spot. What's right? What's wrong? We don't know. Where does his moral compass lie now? That's a great question. Um, it's causing him a lot of a conflict. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does and how he handles it. But with that being said, we're going to jump over, get the GM going, our DM, the Dungeon Master going, let him get things rolling, and see what happens tonight. Who knows? But hopefully we can start making some headway and get ready to kill this monster. So, all right, with that being said, if anybody's got any questions, feel free, jump in, have a chat. I'll be talking with you as quickly as I can, and let's have some fun. All right?
Legend of Zelda. It's fine because that's where he got his name from.
Let's rock. Let's roll.
Nice out that way.
Rocky's ready to rock and roll, guys.
Yeah, and we do everything basically together.
Sorry, his name is actually Stilts. My horse's name is Rocky. Why is that so hard to understand?
Something's wrong with you, man.
I think what he's saying is he wants to ride Rocky.
Oh!
I think what I'm saying is I already do.
Oh!
Every time we
Wow!
Is there after hours gaming going on that I don't know about?
Apparently so.
Valiant
You and I
Lost
do-
after hours.
You and I do tend to leave before everybody else does.
It's true.
we put the kids to bed and we have some good times afterward.
Oh man, I've been missing out.
Yeah, learn to stay up a little bit, sissy. Oh.
Nice one, Sue. Thank you.
All right.
Make a
So-
new logo.
Last time, our group of adventurers had made their way to the Abbey of St. Markovia. Upon entering the Abbey grounds, they met Esmeralda, the woman who Van Richten had formerly been the master of. She had sent Sylvari, Moonwhisper, to find Van Richten, and Van Richten had intended to come along at some point, but instead tasked his new group of friends to go and assist in what way they could. The group eventually made their way into the Abbey and finally met the acquaintance of the abbot, an eccentric individual to say the least, who had grand plans of how to save Barovia. Unfortunately, they didn't quite line up with the group in that regard. Tyrael had met them there as well, and had struck up some type of friendship with the abbot. And it became clear that the abbot's plan was to attempt to create some sort of simulacrum, some sort of stand-in for Irina. But his intentions were to place a soul within that body, hoping to reunite Strahd with his long-lost love. Now, the party had discovered recently that the souls of Barovians never truly were able to pass on, and so they would become endlessly reincarnated. Irina's soul had once belonged to a woman by the name of Tatiana, the woman who Strahd betrayed his humanity, killed his brother, and everything else to attempt to win over. And faced with this situation, Irina shot the creature that he was creating, exploding it into the wall. And of course, the abbot grew very angry at the circumstances here and revealed his true form, that of an angelic being. And before long, a fight broke out between both parties. Tyrael continued to try to appeal to the creature's holiness, his upper way of being, and finally managed to dissuade him from killing everyone. But not before Renard made a grandstanding play, attempting to protect his friends in the event of their untimely demise. And in doing so, whether by his own deed or the abbot, was returned to his former human form. After that, the group were told to never enter Krezk again. They made their way outside, with Tyrael volunteering to go and try to obtain any belongings and the horses that had been left. The rest of the group limped their way out of town, making their way to a small clearing. And that is where we will pick up. On you guys.
Quick question. We leveled, but we didn't get a long rest, right?
Not yet, no.
No, we all just left.
Yeah.
I guess we gotta wait for Tyrael to come back.
Do we?
Probably. I mean, like, do you guys need horses? Can we just start running now?
Where are we gonna go?
South, I guess? Isn't that where that temple is?
Esmeralda speaks up, walking over towards you guys. Yes, south is the direction we should go. I don't know what temple you speak of, but I do know
Do you guys
the Knights of the
need
Order of the
horses?
Silver Dragon, if they still exist. Argynvost. That would be the place to go.
I mean, we don't really seem to have any luck stopping at other towns.
It's not a town, it's a castle. You see, long ago, there was a silver dragon trapped in Barovia by the name of Argynvost. They say that he led a order of knights. Supposedly those knights are still alive to this day. They would be valuable allies against Strahd. And you mentioned something of a sun sword, this amber temple. My studies have shown that such legends have been spoken in whispers over the centuries. And if these knights and this silver dragon still exists, what could possibly be more long-lived than them?
Does anyone have a map? Do you have a map, Esmeralda?
Yes.
Is that temple you're talking about near Salenko Pass? I think Sergey said some kind of lake. I just wrote down LUA question mark. Like?
Let me take a look here at my map. And she reaches into her pouch and pulls out a long faded parchment that she slowly unrolls on the ground. Yes. And she points on the map there. You can see Salenko Pass, one of the few landmarks written down there. And you see the words Argynvost written. Yes, they're not far from each other.
All right. Well, Sergey said he saw a gold temple and an amber temple. So I guess the amber one is the order of the dragon people. I forget what you said. And the gold one might be something else.
Perhaps. Perhaps. My only concern of heading south, they say, well, are you all familiar with... No, silly question. None of you are even from this area originally. All outsiders, correct?
Yeah, think so. I mean, we don't know about some of these guys for sure, but most
Have you
of
met
us.
Rahadin?
I don't think so.
You would not forget him if you had.
Then nope, we don't know him.
He's an elf. He is very closely connected with Strahd. He is one of his most loyal subjects. Has been with him since the beginning. No doubt, I would say he's a vampire at this point. If rumors are to be believed, Rahadin has been busy in the south. I suspect that all the attention that's been drawn to things, with Strahd's eyes and ears everywhere, we're probably not the only ones seeking allies or potential ways of destroying him.
Okay.
So, does that mean you're staying with us?
For now, it seems that our paths go the right direction.
Sounds like no matter
Right.
what, we're heading south.
Should we pick up Van Richten?
Wouldn't be a bad idea. Enlist the aid of that old fool.
Didn't he say he was going somewhere?
Sounded like he was going somewhere just now.
Looking at my notes, I'm not. Oh, nope. Didn't write down where he's going.
He actually said that he was going to continue to search Valky for the Tome of Strahd, and then eventually make his way to Krezek to meet up with you guys.
Oh. Right, if he's coming here, it's not like we can stay around and wait for him.
Well, Rocky, do you have any messages you can send him, or are you tapped?
I don't have much left in the tank. I can send a raven. I mean, I can always send one of the ravens, but if he doesn't know how to talk to it, it's kind of pointless.
And as you guys are there discussing things amongst yourselves, let's take a quick peek over at Tyrael. It's been about an hour or so since you guys had escaped from the Abbey, and Tyrael has been busy going about trying to do as he said he would do inside of Krezek, attempting to find both your horses and what other forms of aid he can gain you. And right now, Tyrael is heading to find the Artificer. So Tyrael, if you look here, I'm gonna actually move so you can see. You guys may not be able to see for a moment. So you should be able to see.
Yes,
So-
I can't see.
Okay. So you're leaving the north part of town and making your way back down south towards the blacksmiths. And as you approach, you hear a couple of voices inside of the building. They don't appear to be trying to hide or hush anything they're saying. They're speaking in a normal tone.
Do I recognize?
One voice does sound a little familiar, briefly. You're not quite sure who it is, but you know you've heard the voice before.
Is it blacksmith. Am I heading? I'm gonna continue on towards the blacksmith.
Okay, so yeah, the blacksmith's home is where you hear the voices coming from there, and now that you're a little closer, you hear one of them speaking. Yes, I am. I was hoping that you could point me in the right direction here. It seems there's been quite the disarray, the happenings going on at the Abbey. I have no doubt Esmeralda is involved. Oh, yeah. Well, if you're talking about that curly-haired girl, she kind of busy. Not in the best of moods last time I met her. The Abbot's not easy to get into. But the other people that you spoke of, why, I believe they've all been in that direction. This is going south quickly. And you hear some clanging and some sounds inside as and you see actually a couple sparks fly up anvil nearby as well as you're kind of walking around the corner, Tyrael. And you can see you actually see Van Richten there, as a matter of fact. He is talking to who you can presume to be the artificer.
Van Richten.
The older man, he looks up briefly over towards you. Ah, Tyrael, was it?
Yes, the party awaits for your arrival.
Are they at the Abbey?
They are not at the Abbey.
What has
They're
transpired
not.
here?
They are not welcomed. No longer at the Abbey.
I see. Did they kill the Abbot?
No. They came in with a disagreement and tried to solve it through means of violence.
Artificer takes a brief pause from his anvil clinging with his little hammer there, and he kind of holds up a glowing rod and kind of eyeballs it a little bit. So what you're saying is, I got the tails whipped.
I tried my best to stop it from even starting. Irina went off the deep end and destroyed something precious to the abbot. So I did my best to calm the abbot down and allow us to just... So I'm gathering
He
gathering
just
up everything.
on your words. I'm speaking over you briefly, and he kind of walks over to you, comes and stands right in front of you. He notices an amulet around your neck, and he kind of takes his finger and taps on it lightly. Oh, that's a beaut right there. That's a beaut. Huh.
Weirdo.
Interesting. You see him pull out his wand, and he kind of twirls it around a little bit. You see a faint glow on it.
Mom, today.
So you must
Ooh.
be the artificer.
I see that my reputation precedes me. And you've made a deal. How interesting.
I may have.
I think you have. Huh. Very interesting. Can't say I've seen one of these in a while. Very interesting. So, Tyrael, where you going?
I was coming to see you.
Shut this.
And what, pray tell, could I do for you?
What is he really doing?
I was
I
asked
don't trust
to.
this guy.
I
don't
believe
trust
tried
him
to
at all.
sway you to come visit with the group again.
Say. Well,
Let's have some watermelon.
you know what? I don't think you'd have to persuade me much. I'd be happy to.
All right.
Seems things might have gone a bit wrong.
That's pretty good.
Perhaps I
Pretty
can
good.
assist.
I won't lie.
What say you, Richten, old boy? Shall we go down and have a talk with the Valiant Lost? Richten looks nods briefly. Yes. And that old apprentice of mine as well, I'd say. Then. Tyrion? Lead on.
All right. I'll go ahead and get on the horse. Start heading that way.
Alright, so you get on your horse. So we gonna pick up their horses at the inn? What's your plan here?
Yes, if we will grab all the
good
horses.
question. What
and
is his plan?
I have some other things I need to get as well.
Alright then.
Lucy's ready to roll.
Let's
Lucy's like, here's a
be
note.
off.
We're going south.
So the three of you
Done.
make your way down towards the town, down towards the inn. As you're going through, you can see that the town guards are in an upheaval. They're all going around, and there's talk around the town. People are discussing, saying that the abbey was attacked. Just
Attacked.
general sense of panic
It's weak.
everywhere as you're making your way down. And as you all get close to the inn there, you can see that the innkeeper is standing out front. Him and his wife, and they're looking towards the distance there. They can see a bit of smoke kind of billowing from the rooftop of the abbey where it was destroyed earlier. There's a small fire on top of it now. And as he looks over, he sees the three of you coming
I
up.
don't feel bad that it's burning, though. Like,
This is just crazy. I knew I shouldn't have let those strangers in. What?
You couldn't have known.
in our Discord, Garrett, aka Dran.
Who knows what could happen now?
We just can't go any nice places anymore.
Yeah, but
just nothing
He was
nice.
a good man. He
Nothing
took
nice.
care of us. Maybe dead or worse.
No more nice places.
Huh. That there's no such thing as worse than death.
He's right.
Guess that's Barovia.
No more nice for us.
So, what are you guys doing here?
We're heading out.
Heading on out. So
Yes, I believe we'll be heading out. Out. Down south? We going south?
Yes, we are heading south.
That's what I thought.
I'm knocking out some
Hopefully
MCOC.
those troublemakers aren't still around.
Doing the new Cavalier.
Hey, speaking of troublemakers, do you by chance have a carriage and some horses nearby we could just kind of, have? You mean, yeah. You know what? Sure, take whatever you like.
I'm sure they won't be needing it anymore.
Alright. Yeah, that's fine.
Bogus.
So Van Richten and the Overseer kind of shoot each other a sidelong glance. We'll head around and grab the horses in the carriage. Grab whatever else you needed to grab, Tyrael, and we'll head south. So they kind of make their way around the outside. To the,
Lucy in
to the-
Discord
to the
says,
stable,
yeah, maybe we
sipping out of
shouldn't
it.
stop anywhere. Just skip all the side quests. Just, you know what? Fucking side quest. Skip.
So what are you doing there, Tyrael? What's your
Pass.
plan?
We'll go ahead and we'll get the horses.
Okay.
And we'll head.
So you gather up the horses, the carriage. Van Richten hops in and takes over driving the carriage. You see the officer kind of look at everything. This is going to be a bit tricky. And he reaches into his bag of holding kind of fumbling around, his fingers kind of touching upon something, and finally he finds what he's looking for. Here we go. Pulls out a length of rope, and he goes over and to each bridle on each horse, he ties one end, then takes the rope over, ties it again, and as you watch, the rope just continues to extend as necessary until all of the horses now are attached with one rope there, and he brings it around and ties it to the back of the carriage. There we go. Now we should be good to go. Just don't go too quick. Aye, Ben Rickman says. Be careful.
Savari's making sure I'm all bandaged up. I like it.
Anything else, Cheerio?
I'll take the attention. Rocky's like, oh.
No, the party awaits us.
There's a couple places.
We should get
Keep going. Keep
Alright.
going.
So, the group makes their way out of town, and we'll back over to our friends in the clearing. So as you guys may or may not have seen, just kind of looking there. So Savari has been checking on Rocky, Lucy, moving back and forth. You can see anyone over there that finds his sidelong can see the now human Renard in his overly tight clothing, leaning against a tree, drinking heavily.
I'll look at Savari. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty beat. I mean, there's a lot of places. I mean, I could use some, over in here. Yeah, I mean, and yeah. I mean, all the help, the better.
She gives him a look and makes sure he's not milking for sympathy.
Make an insight check.
Whoa.
Damn it.
You definitely know he's milking it, but there's no denying he is very severely injured.
Yeah. Sure.
So while maybe he's milking a little bit, maybe it'd still be okay to give him a little bit.
Well, I'm sorry I have no healing spells, but she'll pat his sweaty forehead with a rag.
Yeah.
A rag?
Yeah, like a damp cloth or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Lucy.
Extra sweaty too. Better pat those with the rag.
What'd you say?
His armor is slipping down.
It's like a bad erotic novel.
Irina's moving away.
As you guys kind of watch, though, she is kind of moving a little closer, heading over towards Renard. And she kind of looks over at you, Renard, just sitting there.
Renard is asleep, by the way, if you did not read that.
She looks, and she's kind of looking at you. You're sleeping, presumably. And she kind of unsure of what to make of what's happened here.
What's up, Jose? Good to
But
see you, brother.
After a few moments, she kind of decides best to let you rest and moves back over this direction.
Dude, I hope we have a good season. We should. I think we got a really good team this
For what it's
season.
worth, I didn't realize that
Very
that
good team.
man was some sort of heavenly being that could have killed us all.
Super excited.
You thought that Abbott, who created a mongrel army, was completely harmless?
I wouldn't go that far, but I intended to kill him next.
Well, you could have tried a little harder that time then.
I think that maybe we can help you, Irina, now that you've shown some real talent. I think I'm gonna try to teach you a spell. DM, I don't know if this is even a thing I can do, but
You know what? I'll
Oh.
allow it.
Let's just teach her a healing spell, please.
well, you're the ones with the healing spells,
Why don't we
right?
teach her some
You'd have to teach
self-control?
Yeah, she's
How
a
about
wizard,
that?
just FYI. Can that
Here.
wizard teach people how to heal? Meanwhile,
I
the
mean-
cleric, oh, rub my head.
Shh.
And then I'm just gonna look at everyone else because I'm pretty sure nobody has healing spells.
What's a heal on spell?
Healing. Hey, I can teach you healing word. It takes like 2 seconds. Done.
If I can be of assistance, I will. I mean, I'm happy to do whatever we can. I've never been instructed in the arts of magic, but I'm willing to learn.
I bet Renard will teach you a couple things.
But maybe when we get on the road again, we'll have some time and I can show you something.
Renard is a broken
That
individual,
won't get us all killed.
and I don't know if what happened has helped him or made him worse.
Is there something in there? Is it gonna get us? Is it the abbot? Lucy runs up to Dran.
I'm gonna look over to Sylvia. Yeah, Renard's got a huge crush on her. If he knew she was looking at him while he was knocked out, poor Renard.
So, Dran, as you approach the cave there, you can see that it's actually it's not very big. I mean, it's about roughly 8 by 10 feet, but it's dry. You can see that there's some leaves that have kind of blown in there. You can see a few discarded items here and there, like bits of ration. You can see a spot where someone had apparently started a fire there at some points long ago. It just seems like just one of those nice little nooks out of the way that would be great to sleep in, potentially.
Hurt. I'm going to sleep. Walks in the cave.
What time of night is it? Or
It's
day?
not nighttime. Yeah, it's actually very late afternoon. Nightfall is not more than a few hours away.
Lucy wants to rifle through the stuff in the cave.
I figured
Yeah,
he knew
go
even
ahead
stuff. I'll
and,
probably stream it
make an
tomorrow,
investigation
maybe.
check.
I got a basketball game tomorrow, so maybe after the basketball game.
So as you kind of poke around and you search through there, you actually
I've
do
been thinking about
discover
putting
what appears to
MCOC
be
up on like the corner, like up in the top left or something, so we can play MCOC
kind of
while
like half
streaming
buried in
DVD.
the sand.
Kind of
of
kill
the
two
cave,
birds
just
with one
towards the
stone
back
type
of
deal.
What's inside it?
So you kind of gingerly pick it up and look at it. And you can see that it's a dark bag, and it feels a little jangly, so to speak. And you can see that the top of the bag is still tied with a loose cord.
I'm gonna jingle it and then open it.
Okay, so you hear a little clanging noise, and you open inside, and you look in, and you see what appears to be a few coins, two or three coins. They appear to be silver, but you do notice, besides the silver coin, you do see a bright red gemstone.
Ooh. I take it all.
Okay, so you kind of look at it, and you're fairly certain maybe this is a ruby. Inside the bag, you can see there's some dirt and such inside of it as well. And now that you've opened it a little bit further, you do see that there does appear to be like where someone has the leather of the bag. Someone has scrawled 2 letters, JL.
JL.
Justice League.
I'll take the whole bag.
Okay, so you quickly stuff it into your never-ending pockets and walk away whistling away from old Dran Brightscale.
Tail to brush off an area on the ground, just kind of plop down.
Yeah, now that you kind of are sitting in there, yeah, I mean, it's good enough space. Several of you could probably fit in there pretty comfortably if you chose to. On the outside, you guys hear a sound of hoof prints, many hoof prints. coming up the road.
Lucy instantly climbs into a tree.
Rocky's gonna go ahead and grab. I'm gonna grab my weapon and grab my shield real quick and get
Yeah,
set
gonna
ready to
hide.
go.
So coming around the bend, you those of you that are kind of like watching, you can see Esmeralda and Rocky kind of
Coming to
keeping
Harry
an eye
Potter?
out. You actually see your horses with Tyrael, as he promised, bringing them. And you see a few people with him as well.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Lucy jumps down. Runs up to him.
I still don't know how happy I am to see this guy.
Well, if it isn't lovable Lucy, how good
Oh,
to see you again.
I'm so happy to see you. Lucy just runs up and starts crying into his cloak.
There, love. And he kind of just pats your head gently. Oh my. You guys seem a bit worse for wear.
Things went downhill very quickly with the abbot, and basically now we have to leave town as soon as possible.
Yes, Tyrael alluded to as such. How terrible. How
But-
terrible indeed.
But I'm glad you're here.
Yes, and I as well. It seems you are in need of an artificer. Luckily, I make house calls. And you see Van Richten hop down Lucy, and he makes his way over. Is Esmeralda amongst you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
He kind of makes his way over here. Now that he's kind of come up this way, he kind of nods at you, Sylvie, and he sees Esmeralda with Rocky standing behind her. Well, good to see you again, my dear. She kind of nods briefly. Glad to see you sent a bunch of strangers to help me instead of coming yourself. Van Richten kind of adjusts his glasses a little bit. Yeah, what's it matter? Look, I'm not here to fight you. You'd lose anyway, and you just catch the first hint of perhaps there is a little affection between the two. And she kind of reluctantly walks over to him and gives him a hug. Nothing grand, but just a minor one. They both kind of embrace briefly, then pull back. He looks at the rest of you all. Are you all alright?
That's depends on your definition of all right. If you mean getting our tail end kicked for a while and then running out of town afterwards, yeah, we're doing great.
He was planning to. He was making a flesh golem and was gonna put Irina's soul in it.
Oh, that's a bit nasty. Ooh.
A bit? It's a terrible idea.
It wouldn't have worked anyways.
No.
Tyrael, are you just gonna hang out on the road? Come on in.
Her story, it kind of matches up. I wouldn't say, you couldn't steal a soul. He wanted to add a soul to it, but not without taking it unwillingly.
Either way, what he was doing was crazy and wrong. Probably going to get people killed anyway. And just wrong. That's my biggest problem.
Who's to say what's right and what's wrong?
Well, it looks like the Valiant Lost are.
More importantly, he didn't have any information on that sword. Although I'm not sure any of you asked. So, let's go. Come on, let's get out of here.
I'm with you, Luce. I'll start walking over towards my horse.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Van Richten kind of lays his hand on you as you go by. It's a bad idea to travel the woods at night.
There's like 30 of us now. We'll be fine.
Well, not to be, rude, but there were a lot of us, a lot of you. There was one abbot, there's one Strahd. And based on what I've heard, you guys haven't had much success against either.
Well, to be fair, the only person that killed anybody with Strahd was... And I'm just going to turn and stare at Lucy for a second.
Wait, what? La 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 la.
Mm-hmm.
We are kind of beat up, and she will gesture to Rocky.
He can ride in the wagon. I'll keep an eye on him, I promise.
You will scratch my eyes out.
That sounds like a lot of work. I'll probably just go to sleep.
Okay.
Say, where's Renaud?
That's him over there.
I'm going to point to the little kid.
Can't
That's
you tell?
Foxy.
The bloody hell? He walks over. He taps Renard on the head with his wand.
Nard will mumble something in his sleep and move away.
He squats down, looking at you, and then reaches out and pokes one of your eyes open, grabs on your nose and pries your mouth loose, looking inside of it.
Bernard probably just tries to bat him away. Stay asleep.
You're looking a lot less hairy than I left you.
Yeah. Don't remind me.
Huh. Interesting.
We think the abbot may have done that.
Well, is it an improvement or not? Is this what you wanted? He taps you on the nose.
Not doing that.
Oh, you're not nearly as good a movie as I left you.
I got one more bottle of wine. The mood's gonna get worse when it's empty.
Well, I don't know what the laws are in this realm, but underage and Eberron, I would have said. Oh well.
Can you fix him, Artificer?
Fix him? He points at Renard.
Yes, I'm assuming the bad mood is because he likes being furry.
He's broken, you say, but his body's whole. Whatever
He's a furry.
curse there was upon him has been lifted. But, I don't know. Maybe. I'll give it some thought. In the meantime, perhaps, he points over at that cave, perhaps we could get a bit of rest. You don't seem like you all should be out. If there were troubles, I don't know if all of you would be able to make it through. You need a long rest. Artificer's orders.
Lucy.
What? Oh. Yeah, I guess you can go back to sleep then.
I do have a trick that can make us a little bit safer, but it only fits 9 people in it.
Either way, I say let's go settle down and do whatever it is we're gonna do. Rocky's
Are we
gonna
staying
get
here?
up and scoot over that way.
If we're staying here, I will go closer to the cave and ritually cast Liamon's tiny hut and kind of make it grayish brown to blend in with the surroundings.
Okay.
And so it will fit 9 people. It's comfortable inside. Things cannot come in, but you can go out.
Okay.
How many of
What's
us
up,
are here?
Shadow?
You guys could split between the cave and that.
What's up,
I'd
Monkey
say
Hind? Good to
there's
see you.
way too many of you to comfortably fit probably in that thing, but you guys could divide up as you see fit.
Rocky's gonna be right on the outside, just kind of standing guard for now.
I'll tell you what. I think we'll all be safe. Who's going in there? He walks over to the little hut thing. Oh, that's so cool. He kind of climbs inside.
Giraffe
Yeah, you can see
bounce back
out.
to the cave.
Oh, this is wonderful. I love this. This is really, truly amazing, and I'm very glad you made this, and I'm going to positively steal this.
If only we had floor pillows, we could have a little sleepover.
Oh, that would be great, and you can braid my hair. He sticks his head back out. Renard, come on here. Get inside this little tent thing. Sylvie made it with magic.
I think I'm fine right here.
Suit
Is it-
yourself.
Is it approaching nighttime now, or is it dark already?
Yeah, it's the sun is almost set. There's still that sliver of light that's kind of still around, but it's almost completely dark.
I was gonna say
Did we
we've been
eat
at it for a pretty good while, so.
Did we eat dinner? It's important.
No, you guys have not had
No.
dinner yet.
I'm hungry too.
Oh no, I opened Microsoft Edge accidentally. Someone help.
Alt F4. I'm going.
Say, whatever rations you have, I'm sure that I could make something. Van Richten says. I've been camping probably for longer than most of you have been alive.
I got some bacon. And like half of it's in her mouth, but she hands him some.
So,
Lucy,
What?
did you really not share any of that?
Tyrael brought it.
I give you bacon all the time.
Here, I take a piece out of my mouth and hand it to Rocky.
Rocky
do is
looks at it,
Plain.
stares at Lucy, looks at the bacon.
Come on,
and
it's still good.
Rocky eats it. He's, it is. It's good. It's good. You are correct. I mean, wet, but still delicious.
oh,
Lucy's gonna climb back up in a tree and keep watch.
Arena looks at you, Tyrael, as you wordlessly hand them to her, and she kind of looks at you and thanks you.
I'm gonna take an hour to resummon my familiar that Russ likes to kill.
I mean, I guess I'll kill it again.
Try again.
If Van Richten is when he's ready to eat, Sylvie would try to call him over to talk.
Yeah, as you guys all kind of bust out the rations and try to give everyone what you can. Yeah, he kind of sees you and makes his way over.
Reek.
Yes.
Stupid.
I just wanted to kind of bring you up to speed that we met Sergey. Did you know he was kind of still hanging around in a pool?
No. Interesting. Where? Where did you meet him?
What was that pool called?
It's just the shrine in town or something.
It was
It's a shiny pool.
The
shiny
shiny
pond.
pool, shiny.
It was one of the pools in town with a statue. And he possessed the statue to speak with us. And he said that he remembers the hilt of the sun sword being in an amber temple. Do you know where that is or anything else about that?
An amber temple. Esmeralda kind of looks over to you. Argynvost. Somewhere around Argynvost. That's where we need to go next. You seek to speak to the Knights of the Silver Dragon.
Oh, I didn't want to
If they're even still alive.
If they are still alive, Sergey seems to think he can remake this sword if we can find the pieces.
I see. And the sword, you feel, will even the edge against Strahd?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you think he's even killable?
I do believe he can be killed. Whether through mortal means or other means, that I have not been able to determine. But he's not. Vampires have their weaknesses. He may be more powerful. The problem that we run into is that he's Dreadlord! You hear the Artificer yell from outside of the little hut that he's in. Yes. He is a Dreadlord.
Dreadlord.
You see, he kind of sits down. The Barovia is in a demiplane. There are many demiplanes in the multiverse. And forgive me if this is all out of nowhere for some of you. But there are other worlds and realms beyond ours, and as you all have gathered, you're not from here. There are more, far more than perhaps any of you had imagined. These mists that we see surrounding, they're the barrier between worlds. And they are dark, because whatever dark powers that exist, perhaps older than the gods, these demiplanes are their own little form of hell. And the Dreadlord that lives and rules in this demiplane is bound to it. Have any of you heard of a great merging, a crossing over?
I was thinking Great Balls of Fire. Oh!
Is that when two planes are so close together that you can cross them?
Correct. That is exactly correct. You're very well learned. You see, a few weeks ago, the blood moon rose. And they say that is one of the last signs of the end times. And Barovia was prophesied Now, will this realm simply collapse it upon itself if Strahd leaves it? Will everyone be freed? I don't know. I have been attempting to gather every bit of evidence and clues that I can. It is my belief that Strahd intends to leave, and I have no doubt he intends to take you with him. He points at Irina.
He's gonna think
Now the question is, can he? And if he can, what happens here? And what happens here? Can he be killed when he leaves? Can he be killed before? They also say that one must take his place. I've been to a few demiplanes, and there are those that are just as bad as Strahd. It's as if whatever these dark mists are or represent, they get a personal bit of enjoyment out of the bargains that they make. Foolish mortals.
If this place is Strahd's hell, then is it these people just got stuck here accidentally?
Yes.
Excuse me.
So the dark powers that he made a bargain with trapped him here. If we somehow told or contacted those powers and said, hey, your prisoner's trying to leave, would they stop him?
I wouldn't recommend contacting them.
Lucy has the right of it. They can't be trusted. And what information they give, who knows what price they will enact.
Do you think that they're still actively watching him?
I do.
Why bring us here?
Great question. Did they bring you here specifically just to see what would happen? To torment Strahd even more? Were some of you perhaps a possibility to replace him? Perhaps Strahd himself subconsciously brought you here without realizing it.
Or we're very unlucky.
Lucky?
Also a simple possibility. The problem
I
is
think
the one who knows isn't telling.
I think everyone here is unlucky.
Could the gods interfere? Like, we've seen shrines to the Morning Lord. I wonder if the gods could send people to try to disrupt this place or something like that.
Don't we have like 5 paladins and 10 clerics with us?
I mean,
Are you having any luck reaching your gods?
I will tell you, since my time being here, my moral compass, the thing that I thought I knew the most, has been drastically changed. I mean, I don't know what to believe.
Oh, my little Rocky's growing up.
Yeah, you could say that, I guess. But I look at it and I wonder, what does that mean for anyone else in this plane? What does that mean for everything else that's going on? I don't know. I know this isn't the way it was supposed to be, but what do you do?
And maybe it means that even if we convinced someone, maybe Sergei, to take his place, the plane might eventually corrupt Sergei too, or anyone who replaces Strahd.
Sounds very possible. This plane, it's definitely not good.
Should we blow it up then?
I wasn't gonna say anything, but that seems to be your MO.
Why does it feel like we're constantly thinking of how to blow things up and destroy whatever it is we touch?
I don't know. I mean, nature. Nature, if something can't survive or if it's wrong, it just dies. Maybe it's for the best that this place just goes away.
I'll look at
And
her.
you see Ariana just kind of like just shake her head. So you would have all of these innocent women, children, farmers, people. You would just have them all be gone in a blink.
I guess we could ask them if they prefer to live in this hell.
Or be obliterated?
Could we possibly help move them to a different plane?
Well, obviously, you hear the artificer still inside of there. If we came in here and I came in here, then clearly there's a way out. Ask old Renard. He got out.
Hey, yeah, Renard.
He got out?
I think in this very moment we all turned our heads and doing that thing where you look at one person like, what? You didn't tell us that? I just kind of see us all do that head turn. You know, You left here, Renard?
Yeah, he's been here before.
Yeah.
And then we met him in that town, right? With Ginger.
Yeah. Rocky, I think this place has affected you more than you think. I mean, stilts.
No. We met you in that snowy place.
Yeah, where I told everybody not to come here because I've been here before and you all forgot.
But how did you get out of here in the first place? That's what we want to know.
I don't know. Strahd got tired of me, I guess. Let me out.
So you just like walked out?
Look, I was asleep when I got here. I was probably asleep when I got out.
Were you drunk?
I'm always drunk. We stayed in Strahd's castle. My last group. He took Irina's adopted brother, and we promised her that we would get him back. So we went to the castle to try to, I don't know, I just wanted to like attack the place, but some of the people there thought it was a good idea to just try to talk some sense into Strahd, so we had dinner with him. And then we stayed the night. And then some people got killed. And then I ran away. And then I was out. And that's it. Try doing that.
Oh, so you're like the only one that got out?
Tyrael got out.
Hey.
Tyrael was there. I mean, out of this place? No. Out of the castle without dying? Yeah. Out of here? I think everybody else is dead. Or they got out.
That doesn't seem too confident.
Hey, Tyrael, have you been here the whole time? Or did you leave Barovia? Oh.
I think this place changes people. Tyrael is nothing like what it used to be. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Why,
This place makes people crazy.
why would someone let you out and then bring you back in again?
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, this is hard to explain, but I don't really feel like I ever left. Whatever. I don't really feel like this place ever left me. I may have been outside of it. I wasn't gone. It drew me back. I mean, I told you guys when we met, I felt like I was being drawn back to this place. I was trying to outrun it, but came back. It's like a snow globe. You walk out of one side, you come up in the next. Big circle. I mean, I left, and I'm back. I knew I'd be back. Told all of you not to come. I even tried to run away and ditch you. And, you all followed me because you super wanted to come to Strahd's personal hell. So here we are.
But that does bring a point that maybe Strahd does have some control over the mist.
I think he does. But what do I know? Terrible decision maker.
Jeez.
What about Artificer? Have you left? How do you get out?
Oh, well, I got in here using a magical teleportation circle that I made. And now that I'm here, I've been trying to kind of recreate it to get out. But I have found that the properties of this realm are very bouncy, if you will. Perhaps a wibbly wobbly, as you may see. It's as if attempts to penetrate result in kind of a... What's the old saying? I am rubber, you're glue, and bounces and stays in Barovia. You get the idea. I've been unable to leave. However, I have been giving it some thought. In all realms, there are, if you will, ley lines and sources of power and magic. Now, perhaps a few of you have made the acquaintance of some of the Vistani around here. Fascinating sort, right?
Yep.
Very. Very.
So, or perhaps you've
Wait,
heard.
Artificer, Esmeralda is one.
Oh! He sticks his head out of the little tent thingamajiggy. Huh. How about that? Anyway, so
How
you
far
may or may
away
not
is that
know.
tree that I'm under?
So
Well,
it's
I'm
only
sorry.
10 foot radius.
The little tent that you guys are in versus the tree that I'm under. You guys were casually chatting with me. How close am I to that?
Yeah, you're not far away. You're close enough. Everyone can chat easily.
All right, just trying to get an idea of my surroundings.
So, the Vistani, they can go freely through the mists.
Oh.
They absolutely can. Now, is it a stay? It's because they did something nice to Strahd back when Strahd was not a vampire. And so they have the ability to freely move through them. Esmeralda, can you confirm that? Esmeralda kind of looks around. Yes. All of Vistani can leave the mists. They can leave Barovia at any time.
Is that like you're born with the gift as long as you're Vistani, or is that something to be shared?
If you're of the bloodline of the Vistani, Strahd's oath applies to you. In other words, Esmeralda can leave anytime she wants. But she came back. How interesting.
What's up, Jenna?
You know a lot.
Good to see you,
Artificer.
sweetheart.
Esmeralda kind of crosses her arms.
Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Long time no
Are we-
see.
Listen.
Are we now all looking at Esmeralda? Can you take people with you, Esmeralda?
I can
Goodbye,
try.
Jenna.
It doesn't always work. I've tried over the years to get people out of here. I haven't had much success.
But have you had any success?
Yeah, but it's kind of horrifying.
Okay.
She reaches into her pouch and gets one of her own wine skins and takes a drink of it briefly. I took a
What kind
child.
of wine do you got?
None for you.
Suck.
Good enough.
I thought you Vistani were supposed to be generous.
Generosity gets you this. And she lifts up her prosthetic leg.
You got wine in there too?
Only when the need arises. I took a child out. I was terrified. And I was close. And I just decided anything's better than this. Whoever I can put him with. I took him out. And when I did, he died instantly. And not like he just fell over. His eyes were wide open, catatonic.
KP! What's
He
up,
didn't have
brother?
a soul.
Oh, so that sucks, Jim.
That's what happened.
Hope you're doing okay.
He
If
can't
you need
walk
something,
out of
reach
here.
out to me.
Because he didn't
Still
have
online
a soul.
app, still playing MCOC. I'm
Only
actually
the
playing
soul wants you
MCOC
now, right?
right now. Cavalier
That is
that.
very astute.
Yay.
I believe that is correct. There are more people
Oh, shit.
in this realm than there were when it was fashioned. And if you don't have a soul, you can't exist. Which means that child was nothing more than a puppet in Strahd's dream.
What's up, KP? Good to see you, buddy.
So everyone has no soul, or only some people do?
Irina has a soul. Strahd doesn't even like the taste of the ones that don't. Don't you remember what he said to, what's his name? Dragonarm. Said he had no soul. Nothing waiting for him in the afterlife. Strahd didn't even want his blood. You all saw it.
Wait, did you see it? You weren't there.
Nope. Whoops. Someone clearly told me this.
Ginger.
We'll say that Ginger mentioned that.
Ginger told
Ginger, I
me.
told you not to talk about it.
Anyway, Ginger told me you all saw it.
Yeah, it's fine. And there's no way of knowing who does and doesn't have a soul.
I just want to do a quick detect magic. Does Esmeralda look different or have any kind of weirdness?
If you cast detect magic on her, you can see that actually her sword, her rapier, has a faint glow.
But she herself does not glow or anything.
No.
So plan. What do we do?
We drink.
Oh, there you go, KP.
We go south, I guess.
Playing D&D. Jenna. Dungeons and Dragons.
I mean,
Old school.
the sword,
Normally,
getting the sword
books,
is
things, get
better
together.
than nothing.
But we've been playing it online for a while now. So.
Unless we go back to my original plan. We all disperse and just blend into the environment.
Burn it all down?
I'll become a down on my luck farmer.
I don't think that's the answer for us. We've got to finish what we came here for. You know it, and I know it.
What did we come here for?
That part we don't know, other than the only thing that makes sense, and the only thing that I can think of, and the only thing that just keeps burning through my head every time is to rid this place of Strahd. And hope that it fixes everything else that is wrong with this messed up plane of existence that we have somehow been shoved into.
Got too close to me. That's your problem.
Perhaps if he can't be killed, we can trap him, bind him somewhere. I'm not sure.
Like a soul?
We know there's a sword that will possibly kill him. I'm still trying to figure out what we're waiting on exactly.
I've been asking that for like a week now.
Well, we have to find the sword, and then we can't even get back into Kresik to have it made.
Tyrael probably can, maybe.
If not, we've got the artificer right here.
Oh yeah, you're probably good with like magic stuff. You made everything for us.
Yes. Having said that, there's no guarantee that our paths will continue for long.
Oh, is there like a way we can keep in touch with you?
Perhaps.
Better yet, is there a way we can all keep in touch with one another?
Perhaps. Let me give it a little thought.
Magic walkie-talkies, yes.
Yeah.
Ah, I know what Renard's thinking. In Eberron, we have sending stones.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Yes. To make one, even a few might be tricky.
Yeah, but it's
I might
possible.
be able to do it. Well,
What do you
anything's
need?
possible.
What materials do you need? Can we gather anything for you?
I believe I may have a few things. Tell you what, I'll head back into Kresik, the blacksmiths. There's a few things I left. Yes, I'll be back.
Okay. I say we rest here. If you're not back by morning, we're going to continue to head south. We can't wait.
Understood. If I'm not here by morning, I'll catch up.
Maybe one of us should go with him.
I'm going to look at Lucy. Lucy, you're going nowhere.
Ginger's
Actually-
pretty good at keeping him company.
I'll tell you what. I could maybe use an extra pair of hands. Say, Dran,
Yes.
you're a big strapping dragonborn fellow.
He's hitting on you.
Come with me. I could use your assistance.
Please.
And, tell
Very
you what.
well.
Ginger, yes. She could be of use as well. The two of you, come with me. I have an idea. And he gets out and he looks back at that little tent longingly. I really wanted to sleep in that tonight. And he leads the two of you. All right, we'll be back in the morning. And they kind of make their way down.
Hey, Esmeralda.
She speaks up, looking at you.
If you were carrying any guilt about that kid you tried to take out of here, I'd let that go. I don't think that was anything. That kid not real, I don't think. I don't think the ones without souls are real. I think they were created by this place.
That wouldn't make sense.
But if you're
Sure
feeling guilt
felt
about
real.
not sharing your line with me, you totally deserve that.
She snorts. Thinks about it for a moment. Half tosses, half throws it at you.
He will unscrew it, sniff it to see if it's the really good Vistani stuff, and then drink it no matter what it smells like.
It's the good stuff, no question.
Yeah, she ain't getting that back.
All right. I'll take first watch, says Van Richten. Get some rest. Tyrael, would you watch with me?
I'll have a hard time sleeping.
How hard would it be for Renard as everybody starts to shuffle about wherever they're going on walks or into the tent or wherever? How hard would it be for him to climb up here up this little cliff dungeon?
Nah, not too difficult. It's not very high up.
He's gonna sit up there then with his wine and just put out his bedroll and kind of overlook things from there.
Say, how high is it? Should we be worried about you?
Yeah, what is
Probably.
this? I mean, there's a slope, and obviously it doesn't go straight down. He could roll down at that.
Okay, because you've had a lot of wine.
Yeah, he's had 2 bottles. He's having the flask, and he has another bottle in his backpack that he announced to everyone.
So yeah. I mean, like you're still a little off as you kind of half climbing, half crawling up the hill towards the top of it, and you lose your grip a couple times, but you've been drunk more than a few times in your existence, so you make it up. Kind of roll over the side and eventually sit back up.
I assume it takes more to get you drunk now because you're probably slightly bigger.
Or maybe less, because maybe I was more magic before. Who knows? Maybe the DM.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'll never
Roll-
tell
roll
till
for
it's
drunkenness.
opportune.
Make a Constitution saving throw. You roll down the hill.
Okay, so who's gonna go into the cave and who's gonna go into the tent?
Who's doing watch? Van Richten and Tyrael?
Tyrael. Two
Just
of the
Tyrael?
finest
Okay.
men
Okay.
you've ever met. One NPC of unfallible sight and a guy who's good at fetching stuff.
Oh, which is which?
Oh, you'll never know.
I guess since everyone left, I'll go in Liam instead. And snuggle Silvari.
Aww.
The way I see
I
it,
have to stay in there.
how many people can fit in the tent?
It's 10 feet.
9.
9? Plenty of room. I'm in.
More of that sweaty rag action.
Is Rocky warm?
Yeah, he's a living being.
Okay, so she's gonna snuggle next to him too because she's cold.
Well,
All these puppies in a puppy tent.
puppy.
Esmeralda kind of looks at all of you and they're all flopping on each other. Looks over at Irina. I'm going into the cave if you'd like to join me. Irina kind of looks over there at Van Richten, kind of looks up at Renard, frowns a little bit. Sure. And she follows Esmeralda.
Aww.
I think she's more into him now.
Yep. It was the fur. She didn't like the fur.
I don't
Who
actually know
sheds
who has
everywhere?
the mirror.
What did you say?
Do you have the mirror, Renard?
Are you asking him in character?
No.
Yes, you don't know.
Okay. I didn't know if the abbot stole it or anything.
Too funny.
Stupid criminal abbot. Yoink.
Winkers?
Okay. So,
Yeah, Jennifer might be up for that.
goes into their individual spots. Everyone slowly, fitfully attempts to reach slumber. And some of you go to sleep easily enough. Some of you, the alcohol finally gets you down. But regardless, as night goes on, and Van Richten and Tyrael keep watch, Lucy, sleeping, kind of somewhere between being awake and being asleep, she hears a voice calling out to her.
Uh-oh.
Lucy stumbles out of the hut.
And You hear the voice, and it's a familiar one and a friendly one. And as it speaks, Lucy, I actually need your help.
Okay, where are you?
Tyrael and Van Richten, you guys are kind of over there, and you see Lucy get out of the tent, kind of walking in that direction that way. And Van Richten kind of looks over at Tyrael. Use the
I'll keep an
restroom?
eye out. Do what?
Does she need to use the restroom?
I don't know. I'll keep an eye out though.
Okay. Over here, Lucy. And as you hear the voice, almost as if it's guiding you, and you slowly making your way down.
It really is.
I know.
Amazing.
So Tyrael, you kind of see Lucy kind of just go into the trees over here.
I'm gonna follow.
At a distance.
Yeah.
And as you approach this area right here, you notice the same dark mists that continually move in and out of the realm suddenly seem to block your view. And as you kind of push against it a little bit, it's almost as if a barrier prevents you from going further.
Oh. On my wrist.
Right.
Lucy, as you walk in between the trees, you hear that same voice. Lucy. And then the mists begin to shift aside, and you see Ren standing before you, cloaked,
Oh,
hood
shit.
over his head, and
Oh,
kind of
shit.
looking down at you.
This is what you get.
Oh, hey, buddy. I've been looking all over for you. Lucy's half asleep still.
I've been looking for you too, Lucy.
Yeah, you said that. You said that in a really creepy way.
Tell me, where are my swords?
Where are your swords? I think we. Who- So, oh, is it did the Dragonborn take one? I don't remember.
I need
Renard,
my
you got
swords,
your stuff
Lucy.
on?
You told
Okay.
Strahd to kill me. I have work to do now.
Wait. Lucy wakes up more. Hey, yeah, are you supposed to be dead still?
I reach down and I grab her.
Yeah!
I would like to go ahead and cast.
Cast magic missile into the darkness.
Only I had fireball.
There is
And
no
that's how
better
big the
time
room
for
was.
magic missile.
I said
than
I
right
cast
now.
fireball.
I think divine sin.
Just get Irina. She can one-shot him.
So I'll know the.
Okay, you sense an undead within 60 feet. No question.
Okay. Now I know the location.
Yes, he is 10, 5, 10, 15. He's only a scant 20 feet away from you. Just a matter of finding a way around the mists.
I'm going to yell at Lucy to watch out.
So, Lucy, you do hear Tyrael's voice coming from somewhere behind you.
Did Ren grab me already?
Yeah, apparently he's picked you up.
Yeah, no shit, Tyrion. Hey, Ren, good buddy. You know, I'm gonna go get those swords you want if you just put me down.
I don't know. He told Strahd to kill me. And then I had to dig my way out of a hole.
Oh, that sounds kind of awful. I mean,
I was
like the
so
dying part. Yeah.
hungry.
Oh. Well, we got lots of food in camp if you want. Like, bacon. Do you like bacon?
See Van
I'm sure we
Richten
can find you other stuff
running
if you
towards you,
like.
Tyrael. What's going on?
Can we hear
not
these
right.
voices?
No, you
Yeah,
guys
like
are
does the
asleep.
mist affect?
Something's
Does the
not
mist
right.
affect like
The
what they
mist is
can?
blocking me from proceeding any further. Something undead has taken a hold of Lucy.
Damn it. He turns, runs this way. Esmeralda! He yells, Esmeralda! And he runs forward yelling. At this point, you guys can hear Van Richten yelling Esmeralda. Anyone that has half a brain can catch that.
I have half a brain.
So yes, with your half a brain, you see Van Richten running yelling Esmeralda. After a few moments, you hear some rumbling around the cave, and you see Esmeralda kind of stumble out holding a rapier, half dressed. What? Esmeralda! We need you. She kind of groggily shuffles forward, and she loses her balance, reaching down quickly to reattach the prosthetic foot and bottom part of her leg. And Renard, now that where your distance is, you can see more clearly. You can see that her leg from her knee down is gone and completely replaced.
Placed with what?
With a prosthetic leg.
Oh, I thought we saw that earlier.
Well, I'm just letting you know where the leg meets, where it's actually prosthetic and where it meets the flesh. So, just story, just story stuff. Anyway, so
I wasn't missing.
he reaches over, grabs her arm, and begins yanking her this direction. She kind of comes after him, and as they come over, she runs over here to Tyrael and you. You have to go through the mists.
I'm gonna kind of slide down this little thing on my bottom and get down to the bottom. He's not even gonna try to climb it.
Okay. Ren and Lucy, you can continue. It's all kind of running simultaneously, so you guys are good.
Like, you said you have work to do? What kind of work is it? You here to help us kill Strahd, maybe?
Strahd has to die. I can hear him sometimes. He talks to me. He tries to control me. Cannot have that.
Has he been successful in controlling you?
Not so far.
Oh.
But I need
Well,
my swords. I can't kill him without my blades.
I can get your swords. I can get your swords for you, but you gotta put me down.
Stare at her very closely.
And as you look at him, you can see his eyes are dark, set back, a bit of redness, tinged light. As he speaks, you can see the fangs, the elongated canines there, kind of moving up and down. You can see the sides of his lips are a bit shredded, as he is talking as if his teeth are somewhat just slicing through his own lips. And familiarity of his situation evident.
Ren, I can help you with whatever you need, but you have to let me go first.
I'll put her down. I need my swords. I need to kill Strahd.
And then
And
a
that
few moments later,
traitorous Fiona watched her.
Esmeralda pushes through the mists
Lucy backs away slowly.
I guess I've probably had time to walk within the group, right?
And Esmeralda, any of you that have made it this way have gotten this, are able to be close now. And Esmeralda, she very quickly grabs you, Lucy, and she picks you and throws you backwards.
No, wait!
And you kind of get thrown backwards into the mists.
Wait!
None of you guys are able to come any further than here. I'm gonna back you guys up a little bit.
Do we just see Lucy like just jetting out of the mist?
Yeah, Lucy just like boom, boom.
As Lucy gets thrown out of the mist, I'm going to try to catch her. I mean, if I see her coming out, oh crap!
No.
Yeah,
It
go
was
ahead.
Ren.
Make a acrobatics check.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Whatever. Cats land on her feet.
Right, I say Lucy will always land on her feet.
Doesn't matter. Natural. It's just
Yeah, absolutely. She comes barreling out, and you see her flying, and she goes over Tyrell's head, and you're like, and you catch her, plucking her out of the air carefully.
No.
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
Lucy's gonna try and run through the mists again.
No, what's happening?
And you kind of like feel like you make a little headway, but then you kind of feel like you're being pushed back a little.
Yeah, it's Ren.
Where?
Ren is here.
Where?
And then I'll just gesture into the mist. Esmeralda's gonna kill him again.
How?
On the other mists, Esmeralda brandishes her rapier. You see a light glow upon it, Ren, a silvery glow. What business do you have here, vampire spawn?
I'm not here for you. I'm here for those I traveled with.
Oh? I sense
I'm here for my weapon.
all over you. Did he sire you? You bastard.
Killed me, and for that he will die.
Yeah. I'm sure. So trustworthy.
I'm not here for you. Leave.
Make a persuasion check.
She's gonna kill him.
They molder in.
Yo, his points are in everything else. Yeah, 0 charisma, man.
So, if you are as altruistic as you claim, why do you come in the dead of night? Why do you hide? Why do you call out? Why not amount yourself to the group? Nothing you're doing makes sense.
I had some words I needed to have with Lucy first.
Or maybe I just got here in the nick of time.
Hey, that's right. I have something to Ren's. I got it. His flute. Do you think he wants that back? Lucy runs up the mist and just chucks the flute into it.
He watches Lucy run away, and
The mist
interest in his
does not prevent the flute from going through, and the flute actually flies through and whacks Esmeralda in the back of the head.
Seeing that, can I send my familiar?
Well, you can certainly try.
God damn it, Russ.
Make sure it's a bat, so Esmeralda can get it.
You again? Stab.
Chuck a squirrel.
The bat flies into the mist. It's actually an acid cloud mist, and you watch your bat melt before your own eyes.
It's just vaporized. Okay, let's send it. Let's send the owl. It's an owl, I guess, or a bat, whatever. Just
You know,
let's send it.
you tell me, what is it?
Oh,
Okay,
how's it
it's
gonna
an
die?
Owl.
Okay, alright. So
All
the
of
owl,
Which one do you care least
the
about?
owl is able to penetrate the mists, as it does not seem as if anything blocks it from going forward.
So I'll put my arm on Van Ricken's my hand on Van Richten's arm, and I'm gonna go into the, you know how the wizards can look through the eyeballs of their familiar? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch.
Okay, so you see an unfamiliar person. He is appears to be an elf. Green cloak, hood drawn over. Unmistakably vampiric. You can see him talking, his mouth opening. You see the fangs in, and you see Esmeralda's holding her rapier with one hand, and her other hand kind of has reflexively reached back to rub the back of her head. You see the flute laying on the ground. Ren, you see your flute laying between her legs, like you can see behind where it hits the ground there.
I believe that belongs to me.
She kind of looks down at it. How are you preventing them from coming in?
I am not.
Your master is?
It's not my master.
Really? Alright then. She steps to the side, still holding her blade at arm's length towards you. Walk through the mists.
Now the mist is behind me too, correct?
Yes, it's around. You're kind of like in a circle of mist.
How far behind me is it?
So basically, like this 5 feet around you guys. So this line right here is all mist. This right here. Matter of fact, here. Here you go. There you go. The red line is the edge of the mists. And then for those of you on the outside, the mist kind of does like that. There you go.
Step. Carefully step out of the mist this way.
Yeah, you easily pass through it. There, Van Richten says.
Mikey, did you
He
throw my
sees-
sword yet?
He sees
It's-
Ren emerge from the mists.
He should not see me because I still have Dread Ambusher. So unless
Oh.
he's got everything lit up,
No,
if we're in dim light,
and you are. Sorry, I
should
didn't
be-
realize you had that active. Ugh.
it's always active.
Okay. Okay. You'll have to link me that so I can double check on it. But you don't have to do it right
Yeah,
now.
it's umbral sight.
Okay.
So if he requires dark vision to see me,
Oh, he's an elf, so he does see you.
well, yeah, that's if it requires his dark vision to see me, I'm invisible unless he has blind sight.
I'm reading it now. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. Yes, so he cannot see you. So yeah, you come out and
Which
no one seems to detect you.
I mean, with that ability, if he were close enough for
Throw
us to
it,
see
Racky.
him normally, we should still be able to see him.
Right.
We
Sure.
should
He's
be
able
able
to
to.
just stand in front of you and disappear magically.
Yeah, so if I was like, I think with dark vision, if I'm
Basically, he's trying to
30
stealth.
feet away from me, or if I'm 30 feet away, you can see me with dark vision. If I'm 60 feet away, you can't.
Yeah,
If
but he's within 60 feet of me, right?
Yeah.
I can
I-
still detect undead.
Yeah. You know right where he is.
Dark vision.
I'ma yell that he's south of everybody. Stepped out of the mist.
Yeah,
I'm
and
just gonna
the other
scramble
thing is
around.
that umbral sight only works on creatures that rely on dark vision. So if you have if you have regular vision, it doesn't do anything. I mean, while in darkness, you are invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision to see you in that
But
darkness.
we have regular vision as well.
Right.
Yes,
any
but if
any
you
dim
have-
light or anything like that, we would seem as normal. It's just dark vision that it messes with.
It is also night right now. Hence
Sure.
So-
what it does.
Basically, what he's doing is he's actually trying to make a stealth check, coming out around that side. You guys are focused on that side. He chose a route around, and anybody that would be looking with dark vision wouldn't be able to see him. But if others that had no dark vision were looking in that direction, it's possible they could see him. But I would say in this particular instance, everyone's focused on where Lucy came out of. So I think that he easily gets out with anyone seeing him. But regardless, Tyrael has undead, or has detect good and evil. So he definitely,
I'm
Lucy's
just moving towards this tree and kind of leaning against it.
Lucy's just gonna follow the edge of the mist, see if she can see anything.
you see Esmeralda come out. He came out this way, and she kind of pops into view.
Lucy's just gonna wander around.
Okay, people are actively looking for Ren now.
I'm not trying to hide or anything. I'm just kind of leaning against this tree here.
Okay.
Not to burst anyone's bubble, but this place really messes with your head. There's no guarantee that you saw what you think you saw.
It's true.
Lucy's not even listening to any of you. She's like, "Hey, Ren, here, you can use my sword for now. I think the dragon has yours."
So Tyrael, I mean, at this point, Tyrael, you can see him straight up. I mean,
Yeah.
But you said he's not like actively hiding anymore?
No, now, as you walk past him, you kind of take a few steps forward, then realize you walked past him, and then kind of turn around.
What? Oh, here, you can use my sword for now. And I'll hand him my rapier. I think the Dragonborn has yours. He'll
Don't
be
you
back
still
in the
need
morning.
this?
Are we, what is going on here? He is a vampire. Esmeralda has her sword still drawn.
She might need it if she keeps hanging out next to a vampire.
Hey, whoa! This is Ren. You know, Ren, remember?
Yeah, I remember him being dead.
Hey, he had a chance to kill me like 5 seconds ago and he didn't take it.
It's true.
Strahd had an assload of chances to kill us and he didn't take them.
He took one
Speak for
chance.
yourself.
Hey, you got me there, old buddy.
See?
Yeah,
I told you, it's Ren.
Weirdo.
Having said that, Ren, you've the voice is familiar, but the shape is not. As you look at this younger man.
Hey, my shape probably isn't that familiar to him either.
Yeah, he's talking about you. I'm talking about you. Yeah, you don't look familiar.
I'm gonna
You
make my
sound
way
familiar,
towards
but you
the
don't look familiar.
unknown person who sounds familiar.
Well, shit, pal, you look way cooler than you used to.
Ooh. Bernard?
In the flesh, not the fur.
I'm gonna poke him.
Ah, God, I'm gonna bite the next person that pokes me, I swear to God.
I'm gonna. You're not a fox no more. No biting. Now you just seem really weird to bite people, buddy.
Fine, I'll skewer them.
Well, that's a little more accurate, at least.
You all know this vampire, Esmeralda says, still holding her blade ready.
Yeah, but we knew him when he wasn't a vampire.
Good
Never
dude.
been-
Couldn't shoot to save his life, but good dude.
This is a
I saw him
new
fall on the stairs
affliction.
once. I tried not to laugh.
What'd he do?
I saw him fall on the stairs once. I tried not to laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, do you guys remember that one time when Ren was like, I'm gonna get him, and then totally missed him drastically? Like, we all kind of was like, that's the guy that's supposed to be helping us? When we all first got together, remember that time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
We
I
all
mean,
know.
to be fair,
I was
if he
better with my
even
sword.
if he is a murderous vampire come to kill us, he's not gonna be able to do anything. He'll just miss us all anyway. I think he's probably harmless.
Maybe he's like the vampire they send in to distract everybody when the real vampires get... Wait a minute. I'm going to grab my weapon. Wait a second. Ren, are you distracting us for real vampires?
Lucy is watching Ren closely to see if their teasing is driving him into a bloodthirsty rage or not.
He just seems completely emotionless right now.
Yeah.
Van Richten inspecting you very closely, Ren, and he kind of... He's fed. You notice a bit of dried blood upon the front of your shirt.
Oh God, Lucy, did you get bit by a vampire?
Lucy checks herself all over. I don't think so.
What about you, Vistani?
He wouldn't have a head if he tried.
I
That's
believe
what you think.
you. Nope, I believe her. So, Ren, who'd you have for dinner?
Some poor fool.
You're what?
Some poor fool who was there when I woke.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's kind of weird to hear you say that you ate somebody.
You don't know the hunger. Especially when you first wake.
Yeah, you know, we've got this Strahd thing well in hand. You can just go on your way.
Once I get my swords, maybe. Strahd needs to
Well,
die.
your swords ain't here, because I gave them to some guy, and he ain't here. So, yep.
But he'll be back in the morning.
It's a long way to come for a couple of swords. Where are you really after?
Wanted my weapons. I grew quite fond of that one scimitar.
The bog one?
Did us
The
well.
stinky swamp one?
It totally bogged him down when he was swinging. Sorry. I'm sorry, Ren. I'm sorry.
Besides, I wanted to know.
What do you want to know?
Why Fiona, who betrayed us, is still alive. Why
Hey.
I died when Renard ran, and Lucy offered me to Strahd.
What?
What?
I'm gonna turn and look at Lucy hardcore.
Lucy's gone.
What do you mean, Lucy offered you to Strahd?
She was told to choose, you or I.
I was practically dead.
Yes,
So I made a good choice. No, wait. A bad choice?
Why?
practically, but not. He decided to finish me.
I'm gonna turn and
Her
look at
choice.
Lucy.
What specific? No. I mean, I wasn't gonna kill Ginger, obviously.
What do you mean,
I
obviously?
mean, if you did, she would be a way scarier vampire, so good call
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I mean, you should all be thanking me that I didn't kill Ginger, because we'd all be dead by now.
You killed Ren? You were the one responsible for killing Ren?
I wouldn't say she killed me.
It was Strahd. He compelled me to tell him. He made me fight Isaac too. And then he made me choose. And I just randomly chose, and then he killed you.
Rocky's just gonna shake his head. Like, unbelievable.
Why didn't you choose yourself, Lucy? You could have sacrificed yourself for everyone else.
Oh, wait, you're serious? I guess
You don't even
I
know
didn't think
Lucy,
of it.
new girl. Maybe give her some space.
Hey, yeah.
I'm beginning to
Let's see
wonder
you make
what
that decision.
kind of people I've grouped up with. And I'm gonna look at Esmeralda like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, maybe when you're on the receiving end of Strahd making you kill people, maybe then you'll get it.
I can't believe you killed Rin over me.
I thought that would make you happy.
I make my way over to Rocky. I do wonder why she chose you. You were the reason we were in that fight to begin with.
Oh, maybe I should have chose Rocky. Now Lucy thinks about it.
We were doing what we were here to do.
We were outnumbered. And I'll
we
look over at
did
Ernard,
what we were supposed
and
to
we
do.
were down one.
I can't help some Rin.
Well, some
I
of
can't
us
help.
stuck to the mission at hand rather than idiotically attacking things that were offensive to us. If it wasn't for me, Irina would be with him now.
Irina
was
was
your
already with
focus.
Daggett or whatever her name was.
She was standing out in the middle of the town with 100 vampires looking for her that were not attacking any of us. That specifically
But
told
you didn't know
you
that.
two. Who didn't know that? We all knew
You
it,
didn't-
but stilts.
You didn't know where Irina was. And you still ran.
I had to go find her. I ran to find her.
Yeah. In the
Real
meantime,
Look, Lucy.
real quick.
I'm on your side here. Don't turn on me.
Why is Fiona alive after selling us out?
it's been
What?
a lot of crazy
Why is she
stuff
alive
that's
after
happened,
that?
Rin. A lot. I mean, a whole lot.
Try that again, Rocky?
Oh, I said, there's been a whole lot that's happened, Rin, since you've left. A whole lot, man. Why some people are alive and others aren't, I wish I had great answers on that, but just like, why are you the way you are? Why Lucy did what she did, and why we're in this spot, I don't know.
I'm alive because Strahd made a mistake. And it will kill him. And I'll look up at Lucy, who's climbing in the tree. You made a choice that was forced upon you. I don't blame you entirely.
Oh, you threw the
Go over to
entire
Renard. You ran after the person you were chasing the whole time. It was expected. Look over at Rocky. You swing first and think later. Now look around. Where's Ginger?
I don't know. She hasn't said anything in like 3 days, and she ran off with some guy. Oh, the guy that has your swords.
Yeah, they're all in town with the artificer.
Very disorienting, waking up, digging out of a hole with no weapons and no money.
We gave you a nice funeral.
You know, I would agree with her.
I sung a song for you.
It wasn't a very good song, but she sung one.
I didn't hear you singing, Rocky.
No, I was busy giving a speech about him and his spilt blood, not knowing his own teammate decided to plunge the sword in his heart. I'm sorry.
No,
The vampire
dude.
came on before.
I'm sorry, Ren. But you can keep my sword. You can help us kill Strad.
I will definitely kill Strahd.
Yes.
Sounds like you guys should be playing Strahd, not Lucy. Sounds like you made this happen. She didn't choose this. Came to her. Could have come to any of you.
Yeah, I dispelled a charm off of Ginger beforehand. Could have been Ginger killing us all.
She was given a choice. I don't blame her. I just had to know why her choice was as it.
Well, it was either you or Ginger, because I didn't even see Rocky anymore. And like I said, you don't want to kill Ginger. But I will make sure Strahd pays for taking control of me.
What do you think, Stilts?
I don't know. I know when I came here, I had a set of morals that I knew I would follow. It's how I started out leading my hometown, knowing that, feeling like I was supposed to go out and help monitor things, to help be something in this world, to help change things. And yet, as I got to know you and Ginger and Lucy and our group, I felt that moral compass change every time. Every situation we've been in, I've seen things happen that I can't help but question. Why? Does that make sense? Why is this happening? And every time it leaves myself wondering and questioning my morals that I set out with. And yet now, the one thing that I always counted on, the one thing that I knew that I would always protect my own group more than anything. And now to find out part of our own group was killed by one of our own, I don't know. It changes a lot. It makes me question a lot. I don't know. I don't know.
Understand, Rocky. She chose. Strahd's the one who killed her.
Yeah.
Renard is gonna look over to Tyrael and see what he seems to be thinking or reacting to all of this.
If you look at Tyrael, make a perception check real quick, please.
I'm gonna use one of my 10,000 inspirations and reroll it. What the hell?
Is that even possible?
What the hell? Renard is still drunk.
Damn, I thought I was gonna unsettle Lucy, but apparently I fucked up Renard.
Oh my god.
It's him being a smooth skin now.
So, you as you look over, trying to ascertain what Tyrael is or isn't doing, you catch him ever so briefly. He's looking to the left, and you see his lips move just briefly, just very, very quiet, but only just the barest hint of that. So you catch a slight turn of the head, his lips moving. You're not quite sure, but as soon as you look, you almost blink. You blink for a moment. You're not even sure if you even saw that.
I'm gonna walk right up to him, stand in front of him, and just kind of look up at him with a curious eyes.
What do you want, boy? I'm gonna sidestep and I'm gonna look at Irina still.
Rocky said all those things Rocky just said. You know, about his moral compass and teammates killed and things changed, and is that how you felt?
I don't know. I feel like I've been here way too long.
You seem pretty different than you used to be. It's probably my fault, huh?
What do you mean?
You don't know? Alright. See you then. He's gonna walk back over to where he was.
I'm going to keep an eye on Irina.
I'll look over at Irina now, see if she's noticed or said anything or noticed anything with me standing here.
You look. Well, she says as she notices your gaze upon her.
You could say that.
Thanks for this. And she kind of gestures towards you. You sacrificed much.
I didn't sacrifice. It was taken by Strahd.
True, but no one made you stand with them and face him. You could have left.
I look over at Renard. Didn't have a choice. We followed the drunk.
Huh? How's this my fault? Lots of things are my fault. This ain't my fault.
Look, a lot of terrible things have happened to every single person here. Some more worse than others. But the truth is that every single person sitting here right now is here for one reason. To end that demon.
They didn't listen to Renard.
Ren, if you say that you are you and you want to help, then I accept it. And I trust you.
What's up, Marco?
Good. I have work to do.
She looks at Van Richten. Is there any way we can help him? Perhaps.
Maybe help him to not eat us in our sleep, for example.
Well, yes, there are ways. But I regret to inform you I was unable to find the Tome of Strahd.
What's that have to do with it?
No worries, man. I just appreciate you showing up.
So,
It's just nice to have guys come in, hang out, so whenever I'm not
languages
actively
written.
doing something, we can chat.
I
You know.
translated them. There are many secrets within. Perhaps something that can be used to help your friend.
Oh, look, under this rock. She pulls the Tome of Strahd out of her bag. I found it. And then she hands it to Van Richten.
Oh my god. Make a deception check with disadvantage.
What the hell just happened?
How you been, Marco?
See?
And he just looks at you and
Wait. I don't care.
He just takes the book from you. You've had this the whole time, haven't you?
I told you
Yeah.
we were looking for that back in the other. We had a whole team meeting about this.
I spent days searching for nothing.
You still killed Ren on top of it.
I don't know you. Why would I give you this all-powerful book?
I mean, you could have given it to me.
Technically,
We had
don't
it-
know much about
we're
me
not-
now.
We had a conversation about it. We've had multiple conversations about this. You're not just finding out now.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. He takes the book. It's fine.
Yeah, I kind of knew about it too, so I'm just as bad.
You bad girls. Bad girls.
Rocky,
Drinks
you
it.
knew about it too.
Bad Rocky. Bad Rocky.
Look. I'll go.
Absolutely. Months behind. I'm still waiting.
Esmeralda kind of
Give me an
looks at all
address.
of you. Listen,
A pizza will
you
show up.
guys. You say you're friends. You say you're a team. You can't have secrets, guys. Secrets get you killed. Secrets cost you things. And she says it even like kind of like with an edge, kind of looking at Van Richten.
we got so many secrets, we ain't even got time to tell them all.
Well, it's the fact of the matter is, you all have to trust each other completely. If you're gonna put your lives in each other's hands, there's no way you'll be able to defeat Strahd unless you work together.
Is there anything I can help you with, Van Richten? Like assist you in that scanning that book?
He kind of looks at you, nods approvingly. Let us go into the cave. We can set up lighting. And
Oh yeah. Tell him what Sergei said about the book too. We had him read it.
What? Sergei?
Yeah, we met his spirit in town, and he asked him about the tome, and he read it. That's where we learned about convergence.
Did you take notes, Hillary? Because I did not. Is that where he's actually trying to get out of the realm instead of
It's something about the convergence, that's all I remember. Oh yeah, convergence on the planes of existence to leave Barovia. Fulfilled prophecies lead to convergence when all the worlds overlap. PD
Marco,
crossover.
I need an address.
Blah 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 blah.
And does it have in there that he like his history, how he turned into Strahd and
That was in common, I think, that we all read in Fiona's house
oh, okay.
about how he wanted his brother's wife or something.
And he killed Irina too, right? I mean, I'm sorry,
remember.
Tatiana.
I don't remember.
It's been a while, and a lot has happened.
Tatiana. She committed suicide. Says Van Richten.
Oh, okay.
Tatiana was a coward, said Irina.
But you never blew anybody's head off.
That's right.
Yeah, we got ourselves a badass over here.
Billy. That's gonna be his
like,
new name.
This is like the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's exactly what I would have done if I were me.
I think you two spend too much time together.
Did she shoot a helpless cat too?
I told you it's just friends.
About?
More or
And-
less.
Yeah, that happened.
That cat was a servant of Strahd, and I saved you all. God, you should be thanking me.
It was the one instant kill in the game that would have wiped the party.
Oh, I shot a horse in the ass. I shot a cat or two. Whatever. Lucy killed Ren. Look at her.
It's terrible.
Hey, but he's not dead. Look it. He's still here. Still one of the gang. Just one of the guys.
Not dead is stretching it.
Well, one good thing. His soul still lives within his body. And Van Richten kind of walks up to Ren. Yes. The same properties that keep souls bound here prevent your soul from leaving your body. It's probably one of the few things keeping Strahd from taking you over completely. Being an outsider.
Good.
Having said that, if we cannot come up with something, it's probably only a matter of time.
If you really want to help, the first thing I need is something so the day doesn't destroy me. Let's just say I found that, as I am now, not a fan of the sun.
Hey. Dang it. Never mind. Bad idea. It was gone.
Esmeralda.
Yeah, like a hat.
Van Richten nods at her. Look, vampire. Your friends may trust you. And that's all fine and well. But I do not. At the slightest hint of betrayal, I will strike true.
I'll be waiting. And I'll look again at her glowing rapier.
Going back to bed.
Esmeralda, you are my 4th favorite person here. I want you to know. Keep it up. You'll overtake Lucy.
Hey. Gotta work harder.
What?
Do you sleep? Irina says to you, Ren.
A bit.
The wagon is covered. You can hide in there for now. Day's probably not far off.
I'll head back to the... Just get ready to go. We've still got a long way to go south, and we need to get this sword. We've all got a job to do. Let's do it and get out of here.
We weren't able to complete a long rest, were we?
Yeah, you will by the time this is all finished. Yeah, you'll have a long rest.
Even if I help Van Richten study?
Yeah, you're not doing anything too crazy, so.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
And you're an elf anyway, and elves typically can they need less sleep.
Yeah.
So.
Ow.
So just me and Lucy and Rin around here? Everybody else is pretty much taken off?
Yeah, so basically, here's what's happened. So Van Richten and Sylvie have gone inside the cave. Tyrael is standing out, keeping watch, and just surveying the area. Esmeralda and Irina have decided to just simply go into the tent from before. So that should be Rocky, Ren, and Renard and Lucy are out. Everyone else is predisposed.
I'm gonna look up at Lucy, what you doing up there?
Lucy is laying on a tree branch, watching the woods.
What's Rin doing?
Just watching everybody.
I'm gonna give him a real good look to see if he looks hungry or crazy, or does he just look kind of like Rin as a vampire?
How long has it been since he died?
7 years.
Just a couple days, right?
Yeah, you've been dead for just a little over 3 days.
No, he does not look hungry.
Lucy. Rin forgives you, don't you, Rin?
Told you. I didn't blame her. I just needed to know.
Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah. Strahd makes people kill. It's a burden we live with.
Yeah, I'm glad you're cool with it. It wasn't my choice.
Can you imagine if she would have picked me? I mean, I wasn't there, but if she picked me and I was a vampire, I could be twice cursed. I could be a vampire fox. Wouldn't that be something?
That sounds kind of cool, actually.
Kind of does.
Oh, Tyrael would try to kill me for sure then.
He gets bonus points.
I'm gonna go over to Renard. What happened to you? What happened after I died?
Well, that's a long story. I mean, the short version is, well, you guys really want to know? I mean, oh, what's her name says we shouldn't keep secrets. You guys really want to know? I mean, I got enough secrets to write a book on, but the Fox secret.
I mean, if you want to share.
I don't know what I want anymore. I think that's pretty clear. I don't even know whether I want to be the old me or this me or even what I'll end up being. I'm not the guy I was when I came to this place the first time, but it used to be I was a fence for a group of guys, a bunch of, I don't know, thieves or whatever. We made coin back in Eberron. I didn't look like a fox then. I was a me. And yeah, I betrayed those guys after a while. I figured I wanted their money more than they did. So, the loot got too big and too tempting, and figured I would, take it all, slip out, and make my own way, but got caught, and that's how I got cursed. Our sigil was fox. And they thought I should remember what I did, so, and they turned me into, what you saw. And I lived with that for a while. Hated it first. I spent all of that money and all of my days trying to find a way to live that curse turn back to normal. That's how I ended up coming here. But anyway, what I was told during my little search for, finding how to lift that curse, they told me that I had to be loyal to my friends to have the curse removed. So I think that's what happened. I think I was finally loyal to somebody. I tried to spare you guys when that angel dude was trying to kill everyone. And now I'm this guy again.
You must have been really young when you started fencing.
Go back. Go back. You fought an angel?
Oh, yeah, that was like earlier today.
you
Rocky's
missed
gonna
a
hear
lot.
that and walk up. You can call it that. Instead, we just got our ass kicked by an angel.
Rocky
Well,
fought
some of
an
you
angel.
did. I mean, I shot the shit out of that thing.
Now, hold on. Let me
Let
check
me
real
guess.
quick. Last I checked, we're all kicked out of town, healing ourselves, and he's in there doing whatever in town. So, the way I see it, we all got our ass kicked. What's
We're
up,
all winners
Dice?
in my book.
Ticey Tice.
Let me guess. Didn't get all the information. Went in swinging.
No.
You can
No.
blame Irina for that.
No. Some furry fox taught some hot-headed female how to shoot a gun, and there we were hanging out, and then all of a
Decision
sudden,
I ever made.
boom!
Yeah, see, Angel Boy wanted to take Irina's soul and put it inside a flesh monster zombie they made, and Irina shot him, and for some reason, these two think she shouldn't have, but I can tell you, if there were flesh monsters of them, they would have shot him and not thought twice. If they had guns, but they don't. They're not cool enough.
I mean, it was pretty awesome, but we all almost died afterwards. So there's a consequences balance thing, and I'm just glad I made it out of there.
So, tell me about it.
Let me guess. This angel guy was a pretty prominent member of the town.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, some priest in some place that thought he was super important. You know about
And-
him?
Maybe stop
When-
trying to kill the higher ups in towns when we get there.
And then Valiant Lost shows up.
Anything is
Well,
fair
we didn't
game.
try to kill him. He tried to kill us. We only killed the zombie. That doesn't even count as a kill. He wasn't
true.
even alive. This is
He
a
didn't
fool.
say he was gonna kill us. He said he was just gonna punish some of us.
And then we all stood up for one another, like a good team. And some of us, we ate it.
Some of us,
Right.
hard stretches, stood up for each other more than others. Some of us stood up for each other so much we got decursed for how freaking loyal we are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that seems like a win-win.
Yeah. I've never been hit so hard in my life. That dude. You could
I
hit.
shot him in his face. It's awesome. Part of it's gone.
I mean, it probably like grew back by now. Is that how angels work? I don't know.
Seemed like it. He was
Every-
healing even while we were going at it.
I just wish I'd been in the room while you guys were talking.
You were. I felt you step on my foot.
No, I went
Well,
downstairs,
No,
went
that's cool.
upstairs.
Mm-hmm. Whatever one's behind,
Oh
don't
no,
even.
that crab
I'm
guy is
waiting.
probably super
Address.
dead.
And you gotta join SG1.
He was upstairs when the whole abbey exploded.
And
Who?
you trapped him in the well.
And that other guy's in the well too.
Yeah.
Meh.
Crazy creatures.
Oh no, Siegfried is still in the garden shed.
Surely someone found him by now. We've been through a lot.
Well, at least the abbot's gonna be busy for a little while before he chases us down and murders.
I don't think he'll come after us. He gave us his rule not to go back to his town. I feel like we keep our distance and he'll keep his.
You've gotten awfully trusting.
Look, I'm a professional thief and a liar. I think I can tell when people are being honest.
And I can tell when somebody's really, really mad. You don't wait around for them to change their mind.
Let's get whatever
So,
rest. I think we get whatever rest is left and get ready to move. We got a long haul in front of us, and if we don't get this sun sword, we're gonna have no hopes against Strahd.
So, Ren, are you going to be coming with us?
For now. The new additions
What?
to the group don't seem to want me here.
I mean, to be honest, the only reason we were in the Abbey was because of Esmeralda and Silvari, so I'm fine if we have to part ways.
Yeah, but Safari has been so useful for us.
She's pretty.
Yeah, useful. Lucy rolls her eyes at Rocky.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jealous.
Am jealous.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know. Rocky needs Silvari around. That way he can stop being so jealous of Irina and me.
Dude.
He
Oh.
can't stop bringing her up.
By the
He
way.
has been pretty
Even
preactive.
when he promises that he won't bring her up anymore, he still does it.
I
all the
forgot
time.
one time.
He's
Forgot
the
one
man
time.
at best,
Rin.
come to realize.
Rin,
See what I
Rin.
said about trusting people?
Rin. Guess what, though? When you were all asleep over there, all knocked out because you can't handle your alcohol anymore, somebody walked over there, was checking on you, staring at you, and was like, oh, it's a shame he's passed out, and then went the other way. Just thought I should let you know. I got you, man. I got you.
Oh, it was you? Thanks, pal.
Nope, it wasn't me. She has, like, crazy brown hair. She's a little crazy, known for shooting things in the face when she probably shouldn't. Just saying. Yeah.
I think her hair is more auburn.
Either way. That thing. Or that lady. Yeah.
Yeah. No one's immune to my charms forever.
Lucy just stares
Oh,
blankly.
man. We have seen some crazy stuff, haven't we, guys?
Yes, we have.
Tyrion's seen so much stuff. He doesn't even remember half what he's seen. I don't think. Unless he's got a stone cold poker face. I mean, if we can trust that guy to be on our team, I got no problems with Vampire Rin.
Works for me. Shoot. Maybe now he can hit something.
But you promised me one thing there, Rin, old pal. Bernard looks at you expectantly.
Rin?
What promise do you need?
If you decide to eat me, you tell me first.
I will control the hunger. I will try at least. I only
Yep, and I'll control my alcoholism. So anyway, good night.
Let's get our rest. Lucy, are you sleeping up in that tree?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep watch. I'm not going back to sleep.
You sure?
Yep. It's been
watch as
something
well.
of a night.
I have to sleep during the day.
Alright. I'll climb in the back of the wagon.
Okay. So, everybody moves. Rocky, as you go to hop in the wagon, you see Tyrael just watching silently, staring ahead. You see him casting glances every once in a while to his left. We're looking forward again. Inside, you can hear hushed voices of Van Richten and Sylvie as they continue to work. None of you sleep easily that night. And that is where we will call it.
Oh God. Some
Interesting.
intense RP, man.
It's so frustrating because my latency is so bad. It's just like erratic too, which is worse.
That
I'll have to
sucks.
go back and watch on Jared's stream and see what you missed.
It's true.
Yeah.
I was using that the other day to look up something because I'm like, I wasn't paying attention. what happened here?
That was some superb roleplay. Like, seriously, guys. I enjoyed every minute of it. You guys were very awesome. I really enjoyed it.
You were too. Esmeralda's fucking awesome.
Thanks.
Of course.
You know me. I roleplayed the chicks well.
Well, we know what. Never mind. All
Shut your
right.
pie hole.
What happened between you and Ash can happen between you and Ash.
Oh.
We play D&D.
Oh,
This
man.
is a judgment-free zone.
I'd like to award you one inspirations, Rin.
Oh. All right, I'll be back. All right, there it is. That's the end of tonight, and it was an interesting one. No fighting, no nothing. Just a lot of role play, a lot of character development, a lot of stuff going on. The group finally got to hear Rocky really kind of get a chance to explain his thoughts and his moral compass, I guess, and is shown now. Finding out, knowing for sure that Lucy killed Ren, and how it kind of shook Rocky, and what does this mean for him? What's it going to lead him to? How does he feel about all this? There's a lot to be figured out. So we'll see what happens next time. This is the group I feel is tighter than it's ever been. We've been ripped apart and now brought back together, but I also feel it's super unstable. The wrong thing at the wrong time. Everybody is on edge. Everybody's got that little bit there that is just the wrong thing, the wrong look, the wrong words being said could tear apart this group. A lot of trust, a lot of things. A lot of things there are kind of shattered that this group didn't expect, and so we'll be curious to see how this plays out, how everybody feels. We learned about Renard, why he's human again. We found out a little bit more about his past. We found out Ren's back. Will he be better as a vampire than he was as a regular human or elf thing? Maybe, we hope, because yeah, we could use that. So anyway, Lucy is always unstable, though. That's true. That is true, Luke. Lucy is that unstable, weird nucleus of the group, really. She's the thing that, oddly enough, kind of holds everything together. And Rocky is finding himself attached to this group. So it'll be curious to see how he handles this, and as things go forward, what happens. So with that being said, I'm out of here. You guys take care, have fun, and as always, keep on gaming. I got basketball game tomorrow night, and then I'm going to try to stream MCOC. Normally, after a basketball game, it's pretty easy for me to stream just because everybody at the house is kind of passed out. And I'm off tomorrow, so I may get a mid-stream, day stream. I doubt it, but tomorrow night I'm going to try. New events going on, so I'll try to jump in and get that out of there. So, all right, guys, with that being said, I mean it this time. I'm in, I'm out. Adios, take care, have fun, and as always, keep on gaming. Adios. Thank you, Marco. See you, bud. See you, Jose. Thanks for everybody for stopping in, by the way. I mean it. I'm out. I mean it.